Have you ever wondered how much Jeff Bezos earns in an hour? Well, the answer might just leave you astounded. As the founder of Amazon.com Inc., Jeff Bezos has become a titan in modern business, and his earnings are a testament to that status. Let's take a journey back to early 2023. Back then, Bezos' net worth was a whopping $107 billion. Fast forward a year, and his fortune had soared to an astronomical $177 billion. That's a staggering gain of $70 billion in a single year. Now let's break this down a bit further. This $70 billion increase equates to earning an eye-popping $191,780,822 every single day, and if we divide that down into hours, Bezos was earning roughly $7.9 million every single hour of every single day throughout 2023. I'll let that sink in for a moment. To say that these figures are mind-boggling would be an understatement. We're not just talking about millions or even billions here. We're talking about an individual earning millions per hour every hour for an entire year. Of course, these figures are based on the growth of his assets and investments, not a salary. But it's still a staggering amount of money any way you look at it. Just imagine, while most of us were navigating the trials and tribulations of everyday life, Bezos' wealth was growing at a rate that's almost impossible to comprehend. Every tick of the clock, every passing minute, his fortune was swelling by an amount that most people would struggle to imagine, let alone earn. And all of this in a world where billionaires are becoming increasingly common. But even among this elite group, the wealth of Jeff Bezos stands out. Even in the world of billionaires, these numbers are beyond comprehension. Just how significant is Bezos' wealth? Let's compare it to the earnings of an average American worker. To put things into perspective, consider the median lifetime earnings of a typical US worker. In 2023, this figure stood at an estimated $1.7 million. This is the accumulation of decades of hard work, from the first nervous job interview to the final farewell at retirement. It's a number that encapsulates countless hours of dedication, myriad professional milestones, and the financial heartbeat of an individual's career. Now let's turn our attention back to Jeff Bezos. In the same year, 2023, his fortune took a gigantic leap from $107 billion to a staggering $177 billion. This $70 billion gain breaks down to an increase of about $191 million per day, or, to put it another way, nearly $8 million per hour. This figure is mind-boggling, isn't it? But let's slice it down even further to truly grasp the enormity of Bezos' wealth. If we break down his hourly earnings, we find that in just over 12 minutes, that's less time than it takes to watch an episode of your favorite sitcom. Bezos earns the equivalent of the lifetime earnings of an average American worker. That's right, in the time it takes to brew a pot of coffee, Bezos rakes in what many of us would consider a fortune. What an average worker earns over years of dedication, perseverance, and hard work, Bezos earns in a fleeting moment, in the blink of an eye, in just under 13 minutes. Wealth is relative, and when we compare the earnings of an average worker to those of one of the world's wealthiest individuals, the scale of disparity becomes startlingly clear. It's like comparing a single grain of sand to an entire beach, a single leaf to an entire forest. In just under 13 minutes, Bezos earns what an average worker makes in a lifetime. The disparity in wealth distribution is a topic of heated debate, and Bezos' earnings further highlight this. Now let's delve into the crux of this issue. In the world we live in, there are people who make more in a matter of minutes than most of us will earn in a lifetime. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon.com Inc., is one such individual. In 2023, Bezos' net worth skyrocketed from $107 billion to a staggering $177 billion. This increase equates to a daily gain of approximately $191,780,822. Or to put it in even more jaw-dropping terms, nearly $8 million an hour. Such numbers are almost unfathomable. They highlight an issue that is becoming increasingly prominent in our society, the gap between the wealthy and the average worker. To put it in perspective, Bezos earns the median lifetime earnings of a typical US worker, which is $1.7 million, in just under 13 minutes. That's right. What most people work their entire lives to achieve, Bezos accomplishes in less time than it takes to watch a sitcom. This vast disparity in wealth is not just about Bezos, it's indicative of a broader issue in our society. A small percentage of people hold a substantial portion of the world's wealth, leaving the majority of individuals to share the remaining fraction. This is not to say that Bezos doesn't deserve his fortune or that his hard work and innovation should go unrewarded. However, it does underscore the need for a serious discussion about wealth distribution and the mechanisms that allow for such extreme disparities to exist. The conversation is not just about wealth, but also about opportunity, access, and fairness in our society. It's about ensuring that our economic systems are designed in a way that allows everyone to thrive, not just a select few. Bezos's wealth is a clear demonstration of this wealth gap. Bezos's wealth didn't just appear out of thin air though, it's a result of his contributions to Amazon and the wider business world. Let's take a step back. In 1994, Jeff Bezos founded Amazon.com, an online bookstore that would eventually become the world's largest e-commerce platform. From selling books out of his garage in Seattle, Bezos turned Amazon into a trillion-dollar company that sells everything from household goods to cloud computing services. This transformation didn't happen overnight though. It required vision, innovation, and an obsession with customer satisfaction. Bezos didn't stop at e-commerce. He pushed Amazon to venture into uncharted territory, leading to the creation of Amazon Web Services, a cloud computing giant that powers much of the internet today. But Amazon's growth wasn't just about diversification. Bezos introduced concepts like one-click shopping and Prime membership, reshaping consumer expectations and setting new standards in the retail industry. Beyond Amazon, Bezos has also made his mark through Blue Origin, his aerospace company. With a vision of making space more accessible to everyday people, Blue Origin is pioneering new technologies and pushing boundaries. Whether it's reusable rockets or moon landers, Bezos's influence is being felt not just on Earth, but beyond. But it's not just about the money and the business ventures. Bezos's impact extends to societal change. His commitment to sustainability led to Amazon co-founding the Climate Pledge, a commitment to be net zero carbon across its businesses by 2040. Bezos himself has also pledged $10 billion to fight climate change through the Bezos Earth Fund. So, while the numbers associated with Bezos's wealth are astronomical, it's essential to remember that behind those numbers lies a man who has changed the way we shop, the way we use the internet, and even the way we view space travel. Bezos's wealth is a testament to his significant impact on the business world. Be it Amazon or Blue Origin, the ripples of his influence can be felt far and wide, shaping not just the business landscape but also the world as we know it. So, what can we take away from all this? In the grand scheme of things, we've journeyed through some truly staggering numbers. The sheer magnitude of Jeff Bezos's earnings in 2023 is something that many of us will find hard to comprehend. It's not every day you hear about someone making close to $8 million per hour. We've seen the astronomical growth in Bezos's wealth, from $107 billion at the start of 2023 to a whopping $177 billion a year later. That's a $70 billion increase, or around $191 million per day. Yes, per day. But perhaps what's even more striking is the stark contrast between Bezos's earnings and those of an average worker. It's a sobering thought to realize that Bezos makes the equivalent of a typical US worker's lifetime earnings, $1.7 million in 2023, in just under 13 minutes. 13 minutes to earn what most people work a lifetime for. That's the reality of the wealth disparity we are dealing with here. Yet it's important to remember that Bezos's wealth is not just about the numbers, it's also a reflection of his impact on Amazon and beyond. His innovative vision and relentless drive have transformed the way we shop, read, and even think about space exploration. While the disparity in wealth is vast, so too is the difference in influence and reach. As we wrap up, let's ponder on the broader implications of such wealth disparity. It raises questions about wealth distribution, societal values, and the very fabric of our economic system. It's a conversation that needs to be had, a dialogue that needs to be opened. Whether or not this wealth distribution is fair is a topic for another day, but no one can deny the staggering figures that Jeff Bezos's wealth represents.